My mic wasn't working. My mic wasn't working. R.I.P. the stream. R.I.P. the stream. What's going on here? I'm still muted? I'm not muted. Are you? I'm muted. I'm still muted. This is the worst start to a stream I've ever had in my life. Okay, guys. Let me, nope. All right. We're gonna have to restart. One sec. Hello, everybody. Happy 2 days before 0.5. I hope you are all doing well. I had a long-ass work day, but my family isn't here, so I spent the last 2 hours doing what any responsible adult would do, and I cleaned the entire house. I went on a run, then I walked around the neighborhood by myself, listening to a Wood and Potatoes stream, and then some Pee-wee 2 news hit. And now we're here. We're going to have a podcast with the one, the only person who can compete in terms of yaps per minute with me. And that is Jazzarus. Okay. Some of you may know him. Some of you may not know of him. And if you don't, well, you're in for an absolute treat. We are 2 days away from the launch of 0.5. I am pumped. 1.5 days of work to go. It's suffering, guys. I'm suffering. I truly am. But we have a bunch of Path of Exile 2 news to catch up on. How is everybody else doing? Hey, Pete the Canuck, Dale Bussy. A lot of names. Hey, Sir Kayan, what's happening, dude? Hey, Catterley. Catterley, are you named after Catterley in the R.A. Salvatore books? Or are you named after a different Catterley? I'd love to know. Our Aaron Thoughts, how you doing, dude? The Stone Lord, Seawick Witted, Bloodsworn Paladin. Seawick Witted, I know, I'm an idiot. Happy 2 days before 0.5. I'm not into my underwear. This is... Go, we're not gonna do... Oh, okay, well that's too much. That's too much. They're like running shorts, but I didn't realize how stretchy they might be. I mean, I'm comfortable. I'm streaming. I'm comfortable. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to chill. Okay. We're going to have a nice podcast. Like 78 degrees. Yeah. Lance Stover just in some way. Yep. Beautiful. Stream might be better if you stay muted. Well, Catterley, that's not very nice. Why are you here? Are you here to make me feel bad? That's not cool, dude. Yeah, I'm pretty hyped up. I'm not in my underwear. These are running shorts. Okay, so. Yes, I am in Macambria is the last name of the Piper from Donnerjack as a Lancey novel. Sick, Catterley. Sick, dude. The music is way too loud. Let me turn that down. Oh my goodness gracious. My settings are all screwed up, you guys. All screwed up. Okay, so. We got some Pee-wee 2 news. I actually want to... I haven't had time to like watch the videos over again, guys. So we're just like we're gonna pop right into it. Okay? Yeah, fam's doing well. I'm very happy with how the video is doing from today as well. Yeah, I'm just so excited. I'm so excited for the league. I hope I don't get sick. Because if you don't know the lore, I get sick every league. And I assume this league will be like no exception. And I do feel something coming on. So that's why I am buying into the electrolyte hype. Okay. So I got electrolytes. I'm getting lots of fresh air. And I'm not going too crazy. Anybody have these? Body armors? My wife got them because the doctor suggested them. What time will I stream this weekend? Big announcement for everybody on YouTube and Twitch. I am going to stream all weekend. No, I took PTO for launch day, Fammy. Oh, yeah, I'm streaming all weekend. I'm starting my stream at 12 p.m. And I'm going to probably play for like 12, 13 hours, but I do have one condition. One condition. Okay. I'm gonna pull a Twitch special, and the first hype train, because there will be a hype train, because people will gift subs because people are very nice. The first hype train after launch, whatever level it reaches, I will stream for that many hours. So if we get level 24 hype train, I will stream for 24 hours because my family's not here. That's the only reason I'll do that. But if it, only reaches like level 10 or whatever, that will be very nice as well. But if it reaches level 10, I'm going to stream like 12, 13, 14 hours on launch day, and then stream Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, it's pretty overpriced. Okay, so we actually have, the pod in 20 minutes, and we have a couple of news videos to watch. I think the most exciting, guys, honestly, is this one. I know that it's been done to death already. I'm sure a lot of you have watched this rune crafting video. However, I am going to once again say that people are overreacting with the crafting changes. Okay? I got into a couple, spit spats about this, but these runes, as long as they drop in okay amounts, are incredibly powerful at all levels of the game. They seem to have addressed a lot of the complaints I had with runes, because I am a rune hater. I've been hating on runes since before it was cool, and they appear to have addressed some of the problems, so that's cool. Everybody's saying that, oh my goodness gracious, this game's crafting is now in the dumpster. You will not be able to craft any items ever, blah, blah, blah. Guys, I'm gonna be real. They are farming easy engagement because we don't know any of that. That is so unconfirmed. There are so many unknowns. Grinding Gear Games has all the info. We have none of the info. There's tons of hidden stuff, hidden rewards, new runes, new crafting recipes, all this stuff cobbled together in this brand new endgame, and we have not touched it yet. So I know everybody wants to pull the trigger and chop off. No, I can't say that on Twitch. People want to get mad at Grinding Gear Games very quickly. But I think you just have some reservations. I think that we're going to see a lot of character power and character creep with the runes. So, let's do it. Yeah, it's crazy. Secret interactions with the Druid Salmon. I bet they will. I bet they'll have bonded modifiers full heartly. Okay, here we go. Let's do it.
Inscriptions. These are my life's work. The more I studied, the more I began to see similar shapes in the stars above. It was then that I dedicated...
By the way, this is the coolest shot in the entire trailer. Look, Rayclast has a sky. Rename my stream to the Blue Ball stream. Rain, I have no idea what you're talking about, brother. Not being able to make endgame weapons 4 hours into maps, crafting is dead. People blow things out of proportion so much in a negative way. And then sometimes I do it in a positive way and people lose their minds. Oh my goodness. At least I'm aware that I do it. This shot is beautiful.
Myself to becoming a rune seeker.
As Pharaoh so kindly explained, runes are very powerful and ancient inscriptions, and they can be socketed into your items to grant them more power. During the League, inscribing symbols into remnants will let you choose between a bunch of different crafting runes.
I will bet $2,000 that at the end of day one, there will be a Reddit thread at the top of the PoE2 subreddit complaining that this animation
during the League
needs to be removed.
Symbols into remnants will let you choose between a bunch of different crafting runes that you can use to enhance your items.
Anybody want to take that bet? Because if that's on every remnant encounter, in every single zone, every time you do it. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm literally getting sick. People are not going to like that. This is like the nameless one on steroids.
When you come across a remnant, it has a number of slots ranging from 2 to 7.
Okay, wait.
When you come across a remnant, it has a number of slots.
Okay, look, we can literally craft lesser iron runes. That's crazy. That's crazy. You don't think it'll be every one? You think the animation only plays the first time? Oh, guys, I'm literally getting sick. I gotta mute my mic. How do I do that? I cannot believe it. Pretty sure they're ahead of me. Oh, the animation gets skipped.
Slots
okay.
ranging from 2 to 7. The more slots, the more powerful.
7 rune. Is this in Freythorn? So you can buff up the encounter to the max and get... This is slick? This is slick? Oh, this last one was slick. Wait. This isn't slick. This is not slick. This is freaking terrible map. What is it? Oh, no. I can't remember the name. Everybody hates it. Meyer. It's Meyer. Slick is the oil one with the engineer boss. Okay, so this is an endgame rune.
The remnant encounter. But the more...
Passion of Alder. Weapon. Transforms all cold and lightning mods in the item into equivalent fire mods. And it has to be a rare weapon. Okay. There's so much crap. Why are people upset about the essence changes? I literally listened to your 1 hour talk about the essence changes, Crimson. By the way, hi, Crimson. And yeah, you're an addict and you can't quit. I cannot believe the anger I saw about this, especially because if I understand correctly, the only thing that is a crafted mod and is affected by this are essences. Am I right about that? Or do we still not even know? And it's not even essences. It's perfect essences, right? Can you still greater and then use a perfect essence on an item? Or can you just use an essence once on an item effectively? One essence craft, one abyss craft max. Right. Okay. And then these crafts, the rune shaping crafts. You can get me a stream highlight where you explain this for complete noobs if you're interested. I thought I listened to your entire essence video, dude. All essence and alloys are affected as far as we know. But do we even know, Crimson? It's so vague, I feel like. Ah, whatever. We're doing it live. I'm playing SSF anyway. So I get what I get.
Options you'll have to choose between. At the start of the game, you might find yourself crafting simple damage or resistance runes that are available at a lower level.
Okay, that's Act 2.
The remnant encounter.
Let's see Act 2.
With the more options you'll have to choose between. At the start of the game, you might find yourself crafting simple damage.
Uncut spirit gem, 4 blacksmith's whetstone. Those rewards are insane. If you want a good martial weapon, the most common day 1-2 weapon craft has 4 essence mod, and now it'll have 1. Yeah, and those were able to one-shot the entire screen, right, Crimson, on day 2? Day 1, day 2? I think that's poo-poo. I think that's poo-poo. Yeah. Screw that. W change from GGG. W change. I'm glad that crafting has been changed like that. And I still think we're going to get the power back from this crap. So I don't think they're going to take away that much power.
Damage or resistance runes that are available at a lower level than you would normally be able to get them, giving you a decent power boost.
Oh. You guys are right. You guys are right. See, I watch these on my phone, you guys. You guys are right. Look,
power boost.
There's not the whole animation.
Things quickly get more interesting.
Yep, Conger. Yeah, you're right.
22 runes for adding or modifying
on.
runic ward, a new resource that can protect you from death. Using these runes, you can add an extra defensive layer, or turn your runic ward into an offensive weapon.
Ooh. I like this little effect when you're under the effects of runic ward. Am I ready for Plant Daddy? I'm ready for Monk Daddy. Because Monk Daddy, I learned from, shout out to FG Corbin 21. I watched his Act 1 Monk guide to get some tips on how to play Monk for League Start so I don't get my butt kicked. And he he was like, you take Entangle for the AoE so that you're not absolutely getting swarmed in the red veil. So yeah, I just take Entangle. That's so smart. So smart. I'm pumped. I'm going to do Martial Artist with Bell and Falling Thunder. I am literally getting sick. Restart my... It's a meme at this point. Corbin's build guide. I have not watched the build guide. I specifically am not watching the build guide, but I did watch the Act 1 guide.
Kalguuran Runic Skills. There are also...
Yo, I like this.
Runic Skills.
What is that skill? That's a cool skill.
Or turn your runic ward into an offensive weapon using Kalguuran Runic Skills.
That was a little shifty.
Skills.
It's like a shotgunning.
Runic Skills.
Project. What is that? That's sexy.
Runic Skill.
That's quick. Fire Ice Nova thing.
There are also 13 runes that add powers specific to weapon types, like
Frostfire Nova.
This one, which gives a chance for grenades to explode a second time.
This is cool. A commenter was making fun of me for getting excited about this. This is objectively cool. Is this every grenade that you shoot out, or is it just every use of your grenade skill? You get a chance for all the grenades to explode at once, 10%. It's every grenade. So you shoot out, 4 grenades. Each of the grenades has a 10% chance to activate a second. It's cool. Why? Don't make fun of me. I don't know if you're in chat, but come on, dude. It is objectively cool. It is cool if they drop. That is the whole thing. I say it in my video. The whole thing hinges on whether or not these are available. If these things do not drop, and they're showing off all this cool stuff saying, yeah, in the early game, you'll be able to find these drops to buff your character using runes, and you'll actually be able to use this system. And then you literally find nothing. I will crash out and continue playing Path of Exile 2. Do you guys know the Dota 2 Ice Frog meme? Every time there's a patch in Dota history. Do you guys know this? Do you know this? It's literally me. You guys know this is literally a lot of people with Path of Exile 2. Right here. Ice Frog epic comment. Yay, a new version is out. Thanks for all the hard work. We can just say GGG. Let me give it a try. What the F is this? Is this some kind of joke? Sorry guys. Not good, guys. Oh my, I'm getting sick live on air. Oh my. Is this some kind of joke? New version is shit. Seriously, what the F? F you, Ice Frog, and what has the beta team been doing? F, I'll never play this version again. Then I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be mad. And then what happens, guys? What happens? What happens? They always come back. They always come back. Didn't they say it'd be great for alts in DM's interview? Maybe they did say, I think he even says it in this video, that it's great for alts. Anyway, okay, let's go back.
Or this one, which gives you a new buff called Druidic Prowess when heavy stunning enemies.
This is cool.
In addition, there are 22 runes designed to give you power at low levels. Like this one, which gives you a bunch of elemental resistances. Or this one, which gives you a ton of...
They're designed to be good at low levels. Shouldn't they... Okay. Shouldn't they have the League encounters just do what they're doing in Fate of the Val and seed the League encounters to have these runes as options? Why do they have to be alt things? If they're specifically saying, hey, these are for low level, we're downing your max res, and we're going to give you like a lot of Ellie res with this rune, or we're giving you spirit, right? Why don't they just seed the encounters? I bet they'll do that. I bet they'll do that.
Which gives you a bunch of elemental resistances. Or this one.
These are insane. Good old try back to the good old rage bait. I'm not rage baiting. You think that it's stupefyingly OP. Maybe I'm just an idiot. Really?
Gives you a ton of spirit.
Okay, as a minion player, 50 spirit is insane. Okay, yeah, but nobody plays minions. What is it, like 2%? Andrew fan? Okay. Andrew fan, I'm taking a screenshot of your message. We're doing something new. I don't do this. You don't want people to trivialize their first playthrough. Andrew fan, I have bad news for you, brother. I have really bad news. I mean, your chat message is already up on screen. They literally, I mean, the game is very trivial. I feel like the campaign, because new players aren't going to realize these are good, right? Experienced players will, and experienced players are already trivializing the campaign. Yo, it's the Andrew fan. Big. All right, let's keep going. That 50 is busted for all things anyway. Free heralds equipping blink for early levels for the price of a rune. I mean, can't you? Okay.
These runes are designed to be powerful, but drop off in value as you level up. They're great for power leveling a second character in the league.
Wait, what does he say?
Drop off in value as you level up. Ton of spirit. These runes are designed to be powerful, but drop off in value as you level up. They're great.
Drop off in value as you level up. They're great for alts as a second character in the league. Oh, okay. All
great
right.
for power leveling a second character in the league. We also...
Okay, so you guys are right. No, John. I'm saying it's not trivial to new players a lot of the time. A lot of new players struggle, but a new player I don't think is going to know to pick that reward and understand how powerful this is a lot of the time. An experienced player will. Better than campaign skip? True. Okay. I gotta shut up because the Jazz pod is in 6 minutes.
Character in the league. We also have 6 runes that can be used to expand the pool of modifiers.
This is so cool. Chronomancy, Marksman, Decay, Soul, Destruction, Berserking. Okay. Is anybody from GGG watching? This is the 4th time I've got sick on a league launch, Cameron. I've got sick every league launch. Okay. If anybody from GGG is watching, I want to make a suggestion. Okay? Ready? We're going to do a dotted line on Marksman. Okay? And I'm going to be able to hold Alt. It's going to be a tag. It's going to be called a crafting tag. And I can hold Alt and a little window will appear. And it will tell me all the different modifiers that can roll Marksman. Okay? And you're going to do this with Kurgle. Okay? Kurgle mods. And Ulamamu mods. Okay? You're going to do it with all those because that would be incredible. Why am I just gambling? I'm not. I'm not just gambling. This is the only time that me, as a player, feels forced to go to an external source right now in Path of Exile 2. I do not know what Chronomancer mods are. I do not know what Soul, Destruction, Berserking. I don't know. Yes, they sound thematic, okay? Marksman is probably with range stuff and projectiles. Soul is probably... Actually, I don't even know what Soul could be like. Minions? Spirit? I don't know. Berserking? Probably melee. But they need these in-game. It's the only time I go to an external source. Only time. Because I'm like, I need to know what mods I can roll for Ulaman or Kurgal. Like, come on. This would be huge. I'm literally going to message GGG about this. No, actually, guys, I did contribute to the Path of Exile 2 patch. Do you guys want to know how? I literally contributed to it. The podcast with Jazz is in 3 minutes. Maybe it's only in game. I mean, Crimson, yeah, okay, they don't tell you right now, but in game, once you get in game, come on, put it in game. So, do you guys remember the at series or the at series assets notable and how it only had 3 nodes on it, I may have messaged GGG and said, this is not lore accurate. At Zeri has 4 assets. You need to add a 4th node. It can be trash. Doesn't matter what it is. You got to add it. And I got confirmation 2 days ago that node number 4 has been added. It's true. They've really made it 4. I DM'd them. I'm so happy that if nothing else, that is my contribution to Path of Exile 2. That's it.
Used when doing high-level crafting. So for example, you can socket Katla's Gloom into some gloves, and it will enable the crafting of a bunch of new decay modifiers that can be used for damage over time builds. After socketing one of this type of rune, use regular Exalts or Chaos Orbs to try and craft the new mods.
See, and you can get multiple of the mods. I wonder how many there are in the modifier pool.
There are also
You always knew I was an assets man. I am an assets man. Yeah.
several runes that have one-off powerful effects on items, but are bound forever into the socket. Like this one, which allows any item to gain another suffix.
1 more suffix. Can you socket 3 or 4 into a chest armor and get
one which allows any
7 suffixes? And can we do it in unique? So can we do it on like the drop from Arbiter of Ash?
There are also several runes that have one-off powerful effects on items, but are bound.
Wait, it doesn't matter on uniques. What am I saying? Why am I such an idiot? It doesn't matter. Oh, why do I think these things in my head? I think the stupidest things, I swear. I'm not even trying to be dumb. Yeah. No, I don't even want to look at the clip. I don't even know what you clipped. It could have just been what I just said. I'm not even going to say what I just said again. But this is ridiculous. So you can have like 3 or 4 of these in one. These are going to be 100 div. So. Okay, guys. I'm sorry, but we are. I'm never at 100%. I have 2 kids and my wife is 5 months pregnant. I am never going to be 100%. I just have to admit that. Okay, we got Jazz coming on. We got Jazzarus coming. Okay, are you guys ready for this? Are you guys ready for this? You can contact them, Annie. Email support. They'll probably respond in like 10 minutes. Okay, you guys ready? We have an updated overlay. All right? Updated overlay incoming, guys. It's gonna be big. I really like it. Let me message Jazz. Yo. I emailed them. They told me to make a forum post and they never paid attention. That sucks. Usually they're really good over supporter packs and stuff via support at grindinggear.com. I'm not watching those clips until after the interview. All right, let me get my notes up. Putting chat right here. Chat right here. Discord here. All right, let me get my mic on. Ooh. Arcane Archer tomorrow would be absolute insanity. But I have lost a little bit of hope for Arcane Archer tomorrow. I will not lie. All right. Here comes Jazzarus. Okay, pop out. Oh, I'm an idiot. Nope. I gotta do virtual camera. Here comes Jazzarus. Oh. Join video call. There we go. That should be it. I had my... What in the world is in your background? I gotta say, I don't know who that is either. I need to watch old movies? Oh, no. I have not watched The Fifth Element. Oh, I gotta swap my PC audio. Now they can hear you. There we go.
That is an opera singer from another planet.
Okay, it's a singer from another planet. Here we go.
And they made it is awesome because they made a specific like voice line or singing voice that it cannot be humanly doable.
Oh yeah,
like no human can replicate it, but it sounds natural, so it is awesome.
Oh, very cool. I have not seen The Fifth Element, and I still don't know who Jean Van Claude is. I think that's how you say his name, though.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Jean-Claude Van Damme. If I were to watch one movie with that man in it, what movie would you recommend?
If you had to watch Bloodsport is the one that I like the most.
That's the one that you like the most? Okay. All right. Maybe I'll do that. I'm not rage baiting, guys. Guys, come on. I don't rage bait. This is the authentic
me. I don't know if I am a boomer. How old are you, Try?
I am 29. I just turned 29 weeks ago.
I am 34, so it is not that big of a difference. 5 years.
Okay. So it's fair.
But I feel like a boomer because I kind of don't like movies that came out after 2010 or something. Cinema died 20 years ago, man.
Really? And did you see? I can see that. The first movie that was, I'm gonna say original, but it was based on a book that I really enjoyed in recent times is Project Hail Mary. Did you watch that?
I have not watched it, but I saw your tweets about it. I know it is a movie with Ryan Gosling, and I know that people are saying that it's very good. I need to watch it.
It is beautiful, my man. I went and saw it in theaters twice, and it's powerful. I was shocked at how attached I was to the characters and just the whole overall plot. And I'm not a big sci-fi movie dude, but it got me. I bought the book, and I'm reading the book right now. I stopped reading Dungeon Crawler Carl to read Project Hail Mary. So it's excellent. How's Jazz's voice, by the way, you guys? Is it good? Yay, Nate chat? I think he's good. You're right in the yellow, dude. You're the perfect center, just like right there.
Okay.
How's your day going while we wait for chat to respond?
I am doing awesome, baby. How about you?
I think I'm getting sick again.
No, brother. It cannot happen for league launch, dude.
So if I need a mute button, I don't know if I have a mute button on my keyboard, so I might just cover my mic. That work? That doesn't work. I think that calls it a little bit. He's good? Oh, sick. Yeah, dude, I have a curse. I wasn't sick for 0.1, but 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, and perhaps 0.5. Sick every time. Unfortunately. It's tradition. Oh. Yeah.
I hope this time it isn't that bad, man.
Yeah, me too. Dude, what are those in your background? I'm just seeing them now. I have you on my 4K monitor, which I moved from the center to here. So now you're enormous. What are those? Are those books? Yes, those are all books.
They are books. Well, some of them, majority of them are not what people truly call books because they are manga and comics, but there are books too.
Right.
I don't know if you know anything about anime manga, but for the people that know, I am going to name. I have over here Dr. Stone, I have Mayai, I have Uzumaki, I have a comic book that is called Mouse, which is something like from this Second World War where the mouse are the people. I have Jujutsu Kaisen, I have Hellboy, the Doom Patrol from Grant Morrison, I have Berserk Deluxe Edition. It is awesome, and it is one of the reasons why I am excited for Swords in PoE 2, because in the data mines for the images of the swords, there is a data mine that one sword is the ultra great sword, which is identical to the character from that manga, Berserk. So it is like they are getting inspired by that, and it is awesome. I have Vinland Saga, and I have My Hero Academia. And then for books, I have a Faust, a Steppenwolf, The Time Machine, and over there I have 1984, which is the one that I am currently.
Oh, okay. There you go. Okay, so I know like 6 of those things. The mangas, I know My Hero Academia and Berserk. Berserk is, I know the movie or TV show is from the 90s. Is the manga also from the 80s or 90s?
The manga is like the source material, so it is older, but
Okay.
not true adaptation has been made yet. There is always variations that don't follow the manga truly, faithfully.
Okay. Well, the chat seems to think you have fantastic taste, so I will concur 100%. I have not read manga before, but I do know of it. I've tried I almost said anime. Whew, man, tonight's going to be rough, dude. I've tried anime a few times, but I've never been able to get into it either. I'll try again at some point.
You need to get into it with the correct anime. I always recommend people this one that this is the anime that you recommend to people that you want them to like anime. It is called Death Note.
Okay, I have heard of it.
I showed Death Note to my mom, and she liked it, and now she watches more anime. And she never watched anime before. But you introduce people to anime with Death Note, and they get hooked.
The Death Note. I think it's on. Is it on Netflix? Netflix has a lot of animes.
I don't know if it is.
Okay, so maybe I'll check it out tonight. Like I said, nobody's here, and I just took some Dayquil because I was like, I can't take NyQuil before stream, so I'm gonna take some Dayquil, and I'll just stay up a little bit and see where the night takes me. So maybe I'll watch Death Note tonight if it's on Netflix. I'll watch the first episode. Okay.
Let's go.
All right. Yeah, maybe you'll hook me into it. My brother told me to watch. I'm sorry. We'll get into the Path of Exile 2 stuff in a second, guys. We'll cut this all in post, of course. It won't be in the pod. My brother told me to watch Attack on Titan, and I did not. I watched 2 episodes, and the intro goes hard, but the rest, I was so confused as to what was happening, and it did not grip me. But my brother was like, well, you got to watch the first 3 seasons. And I'm like, brother.
But I will tell you something, man. I saw a tweet that you were saying, and I cannot judge because I don't even know what it is about. But you watch a show that I could not even try to watch. And I think that you must know which show I am talking about.
Yeah. Euphoria?
Oh, you see.
Okay. So, Jazz. So here's what happened, okay? My first daughter, Amber, she could not sleep unless someone was holding her for the first 6 months. So, back then, I was not as well off as I am at my job. So we had a single streaming service subscription at a time. We had Netflix for a little bit, and then we swapped to HBO. I can't remember what it was, but around then, I think it might have been House of the Dragon. So we're like, all right, we're going to cancel Netflix. We're going to do HBO, whatever. So we do HBO. And so, but in the middle of the night, like I would watch something because I could not just sit there we would do shifts of 4 hours. So like I would go to sleep from 8 to 12 a.m. and then my wife would go from 12 to 4 a.m. We'd like alternate, right? So I needed a show. I just needed shows to watch during that time. So during that time when we had Netflix, like I watched Better Call Saul, all of Better Call Saul. I watched Breaking Bad. I tried, I think it was like Sons of Anarchy. Did not like that. I watched Barry, which is
Stop. You didn't like Sons of Anarchy.
No, I did not.
I will show you something right now.
Oh, he's getting props, guys. Oh shoot! I mean, I'm guessing this is is that a motorcycle?
That is the symbol that the Sons of Anarchy have in the back. I have it in my leg.
I think I gave it 2 episodes. If a show does not hook me, I move on. I don't say, okay, I got to watch a couple episodes.
It has a slow start.
It has
a slow start.
See?
But it is insane.
And if it doesn't get me, it doesn't get me. But Euphoria did get me. It was I don't know. There's some stuff in it that is ridiculous, obviously. I was like the goodiest 2 shoes kid ever. So I didn't go to a single party in high school or college. I didn't do any, I didn't drink anything until I was 21. No drug, any of that stuff. So watching this, it was like fascinating, glimpsing it, and then watching the whole story of like abuse unfold. And ultimately, I see it almost as something like I think that people should be forced in school to watch Requiem for a Dream, which is a story all about drug abuse and how it ruins your life, basically no matter what, and everything around. I feel like that should be showed to kids in like high school, given like
so
how
you're
people
telling me
glorify
that
this.
Exactly. You're telling me that Euphoria, instead of glorifying the party lifestyle, it is trying to tell people that it sucks.
That's how I interpret it. And the latest season swaps to like, this is weird on Twitch. Like the exchange. This is so weird talking about on Twitch. It's not about drugs as much anymore in the last season. It's more about how, you know, OnlyFans has come to dominate like the world, and how now that's the bad thing. In the first couple episodes, I was like, what is this? Is gratuitous crap. What is good? And then I was like, oh, I see what it's doing. So it's a commentary on this. I see. So that's how I view it. Now, other people, I think, probably just watch it like, oh, drugs. Look how, you know, how chill she gets. Oh my God. Look at all the sex. I don't view it as that. I view it as a commentary.
I get it. From that perspective, I approve. From that perspective, I approve.
That's how I watch it. I don't watch it as a, let's watch all these people get high and do crazy things. I watch it as like social commentary. But I can see, especially if you watch like the trailers, it just looks like a freaking party thing. Anyway, it's a show about idiots. 100% correct. All right. Interludes are over. Prelude is over. We're going to get into the meat of the discussion. Volume's good. Got the topics up. And then we'll pop into it, Jazz. Okay? Got some topics here. Let's do it. Euphoria over Sons of Anarchy. I am watching my subscriber graph go like this, Jazz. It's like this. It's like people just can't take me anymore. What do you think? Come on, guys. Come on, I'm just being real. I like Taylor Swift. If you listen to my Halsey pod, I could have talked about, 30 different T Swift songs that I like. I almost was going to say, all right, let's do a tier list of Taylor Swift songs here and now. Listen to The Black Dog, by the way. Great song. Okay, I'll do the intro. All right. 3, 2, 1. Hey, Exiles, welcome to another episode of the Still Sane podcast. I am your host, Talkative Try, and with me here I have the yapmaster of Path of Exile 2. Some say he matches me in terms of words per minute yapped. It's Jazzarus. Jazzarus, man, I need to know, are you prepared to play Path of Ruins of Alder, or what?
I am insanely prepared. I am hyped, really, really hyped, excited. I am happy with a lot of the changes that I have seen GE implemented. Of course, we have to see them in practice. But I think that the Path of Runes is going to be really good, man.
This is something that I was so skeptical about because I hate runes in their current implementation. Socketable. I saw a Reddit post of, here's Socketable tab in 2027. It's 1,000 things. It's covering your entire screen. I can see it going in that direction, but given what they teased, especially yesterday, I'm kind of bought into it. What are your thoughts on how they're evolving the system instead of throwing it in the dumpster and just adding like the crafting bench from Path of Exile 1?
I have to tell you something. People are starting to call me Yastradamus because I've been predicting a lot of shit. And I did a video when 0.2 launched, and this is over a year ago, explaining that the rune system had a massive problem because in that patch they introduced the idols. At that point, I don't know if they were named idols. I think they were talismans with 0.2 with the wisps. Hmm? And I said, this is a contradiction because they want you to solve resistances and attributes with the sockets, and now they are giving you other sockets to put in the sockets, other runes, talismans, whatever. So what am I supposed to do here? And people are always hoping, no, this progression or whatever. There is always a problem with these guys. These systems are not supposed to compete. So they need to give us several. I proposed several solutions, and one of them obviously was the resistance swap. They are giving us a resistance swap in this patch. So I am very happy. I take it as a personal win because I've been praying for this for over a year. And recently, when they did the full announcement for 0.5 and they said, no, we have over 100 runes, I once again released a new video. It is like 2 weeks ago saying, this shit sucks. They need to give us something for the runes because now they are giving us more runes. Where am I going to put all this shit if I have to put 14% fire resistance in my shit? No, yes, but you don't understand. This is supposed to be a progression. When you have good gear, then you swap the resistance for a cool idol. Okay, let's do that. What happens when I want to swap one piece of gear and the new one that I am going to buy has a different resistance? Now I have to swap all my gear or change the runes to the dog shit runes. That was the problem. They are fixing it with the resistance swap. I am very happy. Harsuji.
Somebody stole my joke, Jazz. I was going to call you Jazzarus, but somebody in chat just wrote it in there. I was going to say, first it was at Ziri communing with the beast. Now it's the rune swapping. I don't know what can be next. I mean, 1.0. Send out your prediction video.
I have one because
what do you think it's going to be?
That I think it is not even a prediction. Everybody knows this. But some people have given me pushback, as they gave me with that city. In the 0.5 reveal, right, when they are giving us the new content and they are going to explain Expedition, Mark says, after the cataclysm of the beast, King's March is in ruins. So he basically spoiled the end of the campaign. What are we doing now? We are pursuing the beast to Oriath or whatever. What are we going to do? We are going to fight the beast or do something. I don't know if fighting the beast directly, but something is going to happen that is going to cause a cataclysm of the beast, and that is why King's March is in ruins and there was a cataclysm. I said that, hey, if you didn't notice, they are basically spoiling the end of the campaign, and some people told me, no, yes, it can be whatever, it doesn't have to be. I am betting that will be the end of the campaign. There is going to be a cataclysm.
I think there will be a cataclysm too. I think that's almost, at this point, with that drop of King's March, a foregone conclusion that the beast is gonna be destroyed or someone's gonna commune with it. Maybe we get Oriana communing with it. Maybe we get like Lumerius communing with it, or maybe we commune with the beast and we, just all of Ray class.
Imagine that.
That would be crazy if we commune with the beast. But I could see them doing that. I really could, especially since there's such a larger focus on our character, especially starting in Act 4, because they, hired multiple narrative designers. That team has grown tremendously, and they really do put a focus on the story element of the game. I think the reason they did that, this is just a theory, I think they saw a huge surge of activity with people engaging with the story and the campaign in 0.1, and they're preparing for that wave again in 1.0 and beyond, because what they have here is like a modern day RPG that's also an ARPG, but it has all the story elements. The one thing that was missing was like your character being a part of the narrative and interacting instead of just having slow text going down the screen. Now there's some more, meat there. So I think that's possible that, we could commune with the beast. It would be crazy.
I have to tell you that I agree with you that they are putting much more love into the lore and feeling like you are part of the story, because I have to tell you that I played PoE 1 a long time ago and it didn't hook me, and a big part of that was a story. I didn't even know what the fuck was going on, right? In Path of Exile 2, you know what is going on. It is cool. You feel that you are progressing. Like the game grips you from the very start. And it is not throwing shade at PoE 1. Now that I know the lore, okay, it makes sense. Cool. But it is like more the way that the story is told to you.
This is one of the parts of the game that I feel they've really iterated on and didn't just completely start from scratch on. They saw their failings in Path of Exile 1, and they did actively try to improve the story for PoE 2, and it does hype me up. And I have one more prediction for 1.0. I don't actually think the final boss is going to be any enemy that we haven't seen yet. I don't even think it's going to be the beast. I think the final boss of Path of Exile 2 is going to be... Yeah, 100%. Dude, how good would that be? Like in PoE 1,
really I would love it.
It would be so good. I would just... That would be an epic culmination of his story where he's spent his entire life seemingly trying to hold in corruption and protect humanity. That's his claim, and put the gods to sleep. And now he's trying to help him again. And in the end, he just collapses and becomes, the living incarnation of the beast that we have to fight and kill to stop the cataclysm. But I think we might fail upon killing Sin, and that's the result of the end game. Yeah, it's 1.0 is going to be hype, man, and I want to talk about 1.0 a little bit more later, but back to 0.5 for just a little bit. We talked about the ruins briefly. Before we move on from that topic, how rare do you think some of these ruins are going to be? Because my whole, I'll say problem or concern is that, yeah, a lot of this stuff looks awesome, but is it going to be beyond rare? There's going to be 125 new runes. So, like, I get some of them will be rare, but are all of them going to be ridiculously rare? Like, are we just going to be getting trash and need to trade up to get the actual treasure? Or do you think they're actually going to be a little generous with the rewards for this league?
I saw that you were watching the video, and I watched that video yesterday and made a video about it. And I think some of those things are so powerful that they need to be rare, right? They need to be rare. At the same time, I don't think the 90% of them are going to be so rare that they are out of reach, because there are two levels in here. One is, it is the season mechanic. Everyone is going to be doing in every single map, every single zone. Everybody's doing it all the time. And you saw also in the interface that when you interact with it, you have several options, which also increases the possibilities of getting the thing that you want. So I do think there is going to be a high availability of the resources. Maybe you don't get the drop, but the price to buy it in the currency exchange, I don't think it is going to be something insane unless it is one of the top 5 things that are broken.
Yeah. And it will be interesting to see. I am playing solo self-found this league. I'm not going to even step in trade. I'm not going to humor it. Let's see if I crash out again like I did last league. Probably not. Hopefully not. But the whole trade atmosphere is going to be interesting as well, because we have these new runes that allow you to break an item and extract the unique modifier from it. There's a pool of 100 uniques. I wonder how that'll affect just the cost of those unique items in it, because people are going to be, I assume, buying them up, breaking them up. Like, I don't know. It's going to be so interesting to see how all this stuff interacts.
It also depends on the thing that breaks it, because all the 3 things are going to be tradable, by the way. You can trade the rune that extracts the power, you can trade the unique, or you can trade the rune already made from the track, right?
Yeah.
So smart people are going to figure out what is the best thing to do with the unique. I sell the unique, I break it, I sell the rune. What do I do, right?
Yeah, because what I forgot to say was I wonder if when you slam the rune or when you extract, if you know how a unique item has a roll range, I wonder if when you break the item, boom, it rolls within a certain range, or if it's just static. Like, for example, I think Trample Toe, I can't remember the exact modifier, but it's like 10% of overkill damage transfers. Will that have a slight roll range? I don't think it does, but
in the video they showed, we don't know if there is a roll range. They just showed that in the woods they have it at 30% and the room has 10. Okay, it is less powerful. But as you say, depending on the roll that can make, I don't think there will be a roll, because if these things are in the currency exchange, how many things are you going to have there for all the rolls?
True, because they
unless it is not in the currency exchange and it is in the synchronous trade.
Yeah, we'll find out. I mean, there are so many things. I loved in the DM Ghazi interview that they pushed on the spoilers they gave, and they're like, oh, how do you decide whether you're showing too much or too little? And Jonathan or Mark just say, there's so much that, we didn't show. We forgot that we changed. It aren't even in the patch notes, and people are going to discover and everything. I really, really like that. Are you excited for anything in particular that you think might be hidden or changed without being noted in the game?
I honestly have not thought about it, because I tend to not fantasize over something that I don't know if it's going to be there, right? I just tend to discover things. What I do is, with the things that I know are going to be there, think if they are going to be good or wanting them to be good, right? For example, the ordained spear that drops from the arbiter, the angel that you have in here in the background. I want that spear to be good because it looks cool, right? You go up and you smash down, but the fragment drops every 4 seconds. It is like a slow. How do I improve this? I hope someone figures something out. That is how I go about it. But honestly, I have not thought like, I hope there is this
yeah, the one thing that I'm curious to see, they mentioned in a couple interviews where there's these hidden areas in the fortress and in new zones where, oh, if you're holding this specific item, a door opens. What? Like, what even is that? Has that ever even been in Path of Exile 2? And then they were very cryptic about the 3 barracks rings from Path of Exile 1, which deal with a whole bunch of like conversion and elemental proliferation of it. They're like, Yeah, so there's some funky crap going on with the barracks rings. We're not going to tell you. It's going to be really hard for people to figure out how to get these. But, you know, when you find them, you find them. We'll see if you can figure it out this league. Like, there's a bunch of that stuff coming. And
Yeah.
I don't want to overhype people. But we obviously know Acolyte of Chayula is getting a secret ascendancy. I still think that there might be something for, like, the Smith of Kitava, like a rune smith. Come on, like a rune seeker. Become the rune seeker. It's branded.
Is the chalupa hidden ascendancy confirmed?
It is. The spoilers. Yeah, if you look at the passive tree, there's 2 nodes added right now. You just can't see what they do.
I didn't know that it was confirmed.
Yeah, you can't see what they do.
For that. I love that.
Yep.
And as you are saying, if there is another one, I will be very happy. Obviously,
So cool.
We are always happy when we get more toys.
Yeah. 100%.
I wanted to talk to you about, now that we are talking about the runes of Aldur, I want to give props to GGG because they did something very smart with this. And you know how people always talk about that people complain or give feedback about something, and the job of the developer is taking that feedback and not give the players what they are asking for, but what they need to improve them.
Yes.
I think that the rules of Aldur is that, man, because people were complaining about several things. One, unique items suck, and I don't want to use a unique item. Allow me to imprint the power of a unique item into a rare item being added. During the campaign, I want to skip the campaign. The campaign is slow. The campaign sucks. Besides the improvements that they are doing to the campaign itself, with the rune system, they are giving you the runes that are going to buff your character during the campaign. Moreover, it twink characters, which is the biggest pain problem, the alts, so that you zoom through the campaign. They are giving you the resistance swap. We watched the other problem with the crafting thing and this. They said, oh, you guys are having all these problems. Well, we are going to do a link mechanic that is going to attack all of these problems in one go. Like, they did it in a smart way, different way that nobody thought about it that way.
Yeah, they did.
That is cool.
They did it head on. Yeah, you're bringing it to light. I totally see that. We are also watching the runesmithing video a little earlier, and I pointed out in the first runesmithing encounter, your character takes out the little chisel and goes ding, 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 ding on the stone, and it's like a 6-second animation. And I said, I've played Path of Exile before. I know people are going to complain about this on day 2 and say this animation needs to be removed because it's happened before in Path of Exile 1 leagues. And people in chat are saying, dude, skip a minute ahead. They already did that. It only happens like on your first runesmithing encounter. It's like, oh my, see, they're like, they are learning. They're taking in the, they're like, they're getting better. They're getting smarter, which is great. So yeah, you're totally bang on about Runes Elder addressing a lot of the pain points for players. Now, spoke about the runes and Runes of Elder. Another question hot on everyone's minds, including my own, because I have not watched your video, Jazz. Typically, people pick league starters based on something that looks fun, something that looks busted, they follow the meta, or they just do what they think looks cool, like myself. What did you do, and what are you playing for 0.5 league start?
Since 0.2, I've been choosing my league starters in a very easy way. I don't even think about it. I don't waste time thinking about what I am going to play. I don't follow the meta. That is pussy shit. What we do is we spin a wheel. And whatever the wheel gives me, I play it. In 0.2, it gave me the Tactician. In 0.3, it gave me the Ritualist. In 0.4, I sinned. I didn't spin the wheel because they released a druid. I had to play the wolf. Hey, dude. In 0.5, I spin the... I am saying a spin, and it is a spawn. English, motherfucker. Do you speak
You
it?
are fine.
I spun the wheel, and I got Amazon for this one. Have you seen Pulp Fiction? Don't tell me you have not watched Pulp Fiction. Try, please.
Jazz, brother. I mean, we already talked about the poster on your wall. I didn't know what it was. That was before the podcast started.
Well,
now you're asking me about Pulp Fiction. I mean, I can quote Pulp Fiction. What is it?
I just quoted Pulp Fiction in there with the English.
What was it? Yeah, English, motherfucker. Do you speak it? Right? That's the quote, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
I can do that. I have not seen Pulp Fiction though.
Okay. So I spun the wheel and I got Amazon for 0.5. I had to play the Amazon And some people will say, I didn't want to play the Amazon. Some people will say, why not? Yes, you can play Twists. Do you think I am going to play that busted stuff that everybody's going to play? No. Of course not. We have to play something original, something cool. I think I am going to play the Wolf, but with the Amazon.
Oh, okay. Got it. That'll be fun. You're going to do Wolf again? Because you did Wolf last week, right?
Yeah, but it's a Wolf, man.
It's pretty fun.
But I am going to try to do a spin on it. Okay. And it is going a Poison Wolf. I have not seen people doing it using the Plague Finger. The problem is that they changed the Plague Finger to not inflict ailments. And with the Wolf, you want to inflict ailments because you want to freeze people. Plague Finger allows you to poison with elemental damage. Oh, so, but they added cannot inflict ailments. So I want to freeze people. But the Plague Finger is a value unique. That means that you can use a cultivation orb to remove the cannot inflict ailment. The problem is I don't know how hard it will be to get this.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so you cooked up a pretty interesting build there. Wolf, Amazon, Poison with Plague Finger, hinging on removing one of the negative modifiers there. Okay. Yeah. How do you cook up these builds? Do you do a lot of pre-planning, like in Path of Building? Do you kind of just do it on a scratch pad based on vibes? Do you like go in and just click nodes? Or
I just think it would be cool if this could happen, right? And if then I try to see a little bit if it works. For example, I already had a Wolf in the game, so I went in and I put in like a couple of poison support gems, not even doing the build, just a couple support gems. Oh, I do some damage. I can make it work. Let's fucking go. And you send it, right? Like, I am not going to be in here in Path of Building, getting every single thing on. Look, I have 2 million damage, whatever. Nah, that is nerd shit.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, talking about nerd stuff, I want to take this moment to say something very important. I said this in my stream last night because we were looking at numbers in Path of Building. Path of Exile 2 is a game specifically designed for gambling addict nerds. If you like Path of Exile, you are a gambling addict nerd. And by the way, I am not judging. I love Path of Exile. But really think about it. We are spreadsheets. And Path of Building, and PoE Ninja, and Path on the database. We are outside of the game more than inside the game. That is nerd stuff, man. That is nerd stuff.
Not all
and
of
the
us.
other component, well, majority of people, even inside the game. Oh, let me look at my tooltip and look at all the list of the 300 support gems to choose the correct one.
You do got me there. Stuff. Yeah, you got me there. The gambling addict thing, though.
And the gambling addict, everything in the game is gambling. Everything in the game is gambling. You kill a monster, you hope that it drops something cool, you are pulling the lever of the slot machine. You craft a mod with an augment, with an exalted, with a chaos, you are pulling the lever of the slot machine. You identify an item, you are pulling the lever of the slot machine. You are fighting a monster and you are playing a crit-based build. You are playing a slot machine every time you hit to see if you crit, or if you block, or if you evade. The whole game is gambling. This is a game made for gambling addict nerds. And I love it.
See, you're internally, right? You're making me ponder over myself because internally I don't see myself as a gambling addict, but you kind of just called me out there. I am an addict because my immediate retort to everything you were just about to say was like, oh, well, I don't val my items, so I'm not that much of a gambler. But literally everything else in the game is also gambling in some shape, or form. So look at me. I'm justifying my gambling antics with, I'm not doing that far.
You are already doing it, man.
I'm playing poker, but I'm not doing the slot machines. It's fun. It's okay. It's okay. It's cool, right? So
just one. I am going to craft this one more item. This time I will get my modifier, and you slam it, and you slam it, and you slam it. Oh, I got it! That is
one more arbiter.
Feeling, man.
One more arbiter, and I will get the perfect, exceptional regalia. I just know I will get it. It's gonna be beautiful, right? I see that was me last league. So no, you're right.
But coming back to the wheel, I spun the wheel, right? And I got the Amazon. I want to take this moment to promote my website. I made a website to spin the wheel. I made a wheel, man.
You made a wheel?
Let me share it to you.
What is it?
If you can show it on a screen, it will be awesome.
I can really easily. So you made a wheel website? Is it Is it a skill ascendancy combo? What is it? Share with me in Discord.
No, it is just a class. It is the first pass, by the way. I am working on it every day
First pass. Okay, guys. So
I have to make it responsive for different devices. That is on what I am working right now. I put it in the chat.
I am going to trust Jazzarus. Oh my gosh, it actually looks amazing. All right, are you guys ready to see this? Here we go, guys. We're going to swap screens for a second. Look at this site. It's actually beautiful. You can add classes, remove classes. We got Abyssal Lich in there. Select all. I mean, okay, we can do elimination mode, classic mode. We're going to do classic mode, and I'm going to spin the wheel. What does it look like? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna get martial artist because that's what I'm starting. I'm actually starting martial artist. Screw that. I'm not playing a witch hunter, brother. Okay, so remember to respect the wheel. It's not happening. That's so cool, Jazz. That's so cool.
But 1 second. Restart the website. Restart and play one elimination spin so you see something cool.
Okay, like this.
Yes.
I'm spinning again. Here we go. I like the little arrow. Little arrow dot. Oh, is it gonna tell me I'm bad for spinning again?
No.
Oh! Look at that. Did you guys hear the gunshot? This is pretty sick, dude. I love it.
I have to do the little fixes, and I am going to put like a PoE one thing. I am going to put one for the weapons. I have many things in mind.
So what is the, I guess let's maybe dive into this a little bit more. What is this whole obsession with spinning wheels? Because I see you spinning the wheel on League Start. I see a lot of people actually participating too. I see Schwingy's videos where he's spinning a wheel with an ascendancy and a skill, and they pop off, and a lot of people are like, I'm going to do that too. Is it just the gambling? Is it just the gambling? People are just like...
That is one element. But honestly, it has several layers. As a content creator, viewers love it, right? Viewers love it because they love it when you don't get what you want. It is funny, right? That is one element. But as a player, it is also cool. And that is like, I recommend people that don't make videos but are playing to do it because it challenges you in the game. It is a challenge. You have to play something that you probably have never played. It makes you learn more about the game. It makes you get out of your comfort zone, maybe try a different combo or weapon that you have not tried before. And you end up having more fun. It seems crazy, but you end up having more fun than if you just chose what you were going to play. And normally, unless you get like me, that I got Amazon, I could play a meta build, but then I am going to go the full way and I am not going to play a meta build. You can also do that, and then you end up playing something cool because why play the same thing over and over, you know?
You touch on a really good point, and it's one of the reasons why I'm playing SSF this league. I feel like I won't need to chase the meta, and I won't need to care as much about other players, and I could just do my own thing at my own pace. Kind of just a different version of the wheel. Maybe I'll try it in future leagues. Maybe 1.0. Maybe we'll have all the ascendancies for existing classes. Maybe I'll be confident enough to do the wheel at that point after doing a couple builds in 0.5. Ooh.
Dude, I even spun the wheel for, I saw that you played the D4 launch. I played the D4 launch. I spun the wheel for D4, and I got my least favorite class. And I respect the wheel. I always respect the wheel, and I did it. And honestly, I ended up having a good time. It was the Sorceress.
Sorceress is your least favorite? Really?
Yes. I never want to play the Sorceress, but I ended up having fun.
Okay. Is it just the D4 Sorceress, or is the Path of Exile 2 Sorceress also?
All the Sorcerers. This hate started in WoW with the Mage. The Mage made me hate the caster style, because the Mage in WoW with the Frostball, it slows you down and you cannot do anything, and they are spamming Frostball like pussies, and I hate it. And it is also the thing that mages don't evolve, right? Like when I played D2 when I was a teenager, it was cool, the Sorcerers. Okay, this is cool. I am a wizard throwing spells. Awesome. But then 20 years happen, pass by, and you are still casting Frostball and Fireball. Dude, I am bored out of this. Like, I want to do, if I am going to cast spells and I am throwing magic and crazy stuff, give me something new, give me something different. Why am I still going with a Frostball, man?
You can't. You do have a point, actually. You do have a point. we need a bigger variety of spells. That's why I was excited for the Chronomancer in Path of Exile 2, and I don't know, it just never hooked me. The new stuff.
I don't
Chrono
like the sorcerers, obviously, but the Chronomancer, I think it is the coolest out of the three. It goes Chronomancer is the coolest, Barashta is the middle one. Then you have 300 kilometers of dog shit, and then you have the Stormweaver.
Well, maybe one day the wheel will make you play one of those, dude. The Stormweaver, which the
Stormweaver is every time I spin the wheel, there are two ascendancies that I never want to add. Only two. And they are the Stormweaver and the Deadeye. Those are my two most hated ascendancies.
What's the second one?
Deadeye.
Ah, okay. Why that one?
Because it is always meta and it is pussy shit.
Okay. Will Deadeye be meta this league? Is Deadeye Twisters the meta? I don't even know. I just stopped watching the Twister builds after the 30th
people
one.
Are going to try it with Amazon or with a Spirit Walker.
Okay.
But if you go Deadeye Twister, it will work. Deadeye Twister, Deadeye Ice Shot, it will be good.
Okay. All right, Jazz. Earlier we talked about the rune changes, but there was also, or the rune additions and changes, but there was also a little stealth change added to the patch notes that caused the community, I think for maybe, I'd say the first time to just uproar for 0.5 in an uproar against the developers. They snuck in a crafting change. I don't know if you heard my opinion on it, but I'm trying not to cloud your opinion of it. I want to hear, you know about the change that was added to the patch notes where one crafted mod per item essentially, and desecrated mods are not crafted, blah, blah, blah. And what is your take on it?
Originally, when you see that, you become skeptic because you say, why are you doing this? You are nerfing craft, right? And the essence. And for example, I play melee builds, I play martial weapons. The crafting with the essences was very good to have a good weapon, right? So you are nerfing me personally. But at the same time, I also thought, well, they are introducing a lot of stuff that we don't know about, because the very next day or that same day, they released like the name of the items for the item filter. And you could see there was a lot of stuff in there for crafting or whatever. And I said, okay, I am going to trust that they are doing this because they are going to introduce something else that or replaces this, or that if you leave this in the game, it is going to break it. And then we got last night the video with the Runes of Aldur, and now you understand that it was necessary. They needed to do that change because with the new crafting that they are giving you with the runes, they would have completely broken the game and crafting if they didn't restrict you somehow.
Yeah.
So
yep.
Originally, I was, okay, we have to see. Now that we saw with the video, I think it is better. Still, I cannot be 100 to either side until I don't try it.
Boom! Look at you. Yes, that's so right. When these controversial changes come out that seem to not have enough justification behind them, that's what I kind of look toward. I'm like, okay, let me try it, or let's see what happens with the overall patch, because there's, as we talked about, so much unknown. And then, of course, we got the rune stuff last night, and I think that was a lot of the justification behind it. We only saw a glimpse, and it looks like a lot of crafting power will be coming from these runes, and people will still be able to make absolutely busted items. I was talking to Crimson a little bit earlier in Twitch chat, and he was like, yeah, people won't be able to make 4 essence mod weapons on day 1 or 2 anymore, essentially. And my response was like, what, could they one-shot the screen with those? And he's like, yeah. And I thought, good. You shouldn't be able to have I can clear tier 15 maps day 1 with this that, I mean, I think that's ridiculous. So I'm glad to see him gone, but I think a lot of the power will still be put into the runes.
In fact, I think there is power creep. I think we are going to destroy the game entirely.
It's done. It's
because they are also removing. Well, we don't know how powerful the normal version of the bosses is going to be, meaning not the quest version, but they are removing the difficulties, right? So there is truly only one difficulty out of the quest.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to destroy the game like it is not.
Jazz, I hope you're wrong. I hope we're able to buff the bosses to some degree, because if we walk in there and the farm version of the boss is like 10 million health, I will be so sad. Like, your build, even for me, you will get to an area where you're killing them in like 10 seconds. I don't know. We'll see. I'm reserving judgment until we see that full Atlas tree. because the two difficulties, the quest version, and then also, okay, GGG, I hate the name Farmable Pinnacles. Like that's that's so boring. Why are your deadly, crazy looking ability imposed? These are the farming pinnacles, or I think that's the name of them. It's something farming, and I'm like, what? Where's Uber? I don't want farming. I want like this is a challenge walking into it. Maybe they don't feel they justify like the challenge. They can't call them Uber. They're like,
or they are not the Uber because the real Uber is coming later, but at least pinnacles. Because when you fight in PoE 1, you fight a pinnacle boss that is not an Uber, it is a pinnacle. The first time in Exile, that is a pinnacle.
But if I remember correctly, I think Ziggy asked about this, and he asked Mark, why no Uber? And Mark said, oh, we might get Ubers in the future, but the reason they're not in the game is because then they become the bar for a build to be good. I just hate that so much, Jazz.
That is a good answer. That is a good answer. But at the same time,
like, why can't stuff be aspirational? Why can't you have builds that are, able to kill
because
Ubers? And
if you cannot make it, then you feel bad.
Dude,
that is
people
why.
should feel. Oh, Jazz, I don't know.
I am being a devil's advocate in here because I am going to tell you.
That is
this is the perspective that I think GG is having towards the game right now, and it is going to be this way in 1.0, and I believe at least a couple of leagues after 1.0, at least the first league, they are focusing entirely on the new player experience of the onboarding, on the campaign. Like they are not worried about the blasters. They already have the blasters. The blasters are not going anywhere. They want to catch the new player. So they are balancing for the campaign. They are balancing for the early end game. They are focusing everything on that. That is why the quest line in the end game is important, so that they keep you gripped in the end game as well. Majority of players, they are not looking at what the 1% or 5% of players do in the end game that they trivialize the end game. They are looking, as Mark said in the interview, that the average kill time of a boss is 2 minutes. Who is killing a boss in 2 minutes? There is a 60-year-old lady over there that is fighting the boss without attacks, that is killing the boss in 10 minutes, and it is skewing the average, right? So they are thinking about the average player never gets to the pinnacle, never gets to aspirational content. So they are making the game fierce for them. Then when they have a big audience, 1.0, everything goes great. Okay, let's play this.
Yeah, I guess I just fundamentally, I totally understand what you're saying and what they're saying. I just, if there's those people that don't even clear the campaign, why are they designing the farmable pinnacles to be beatable by them, or the builds that they're following or whatever to be beatable by them? I was listening to my favorite YouTuber of all time, Wooden Potatoes. He was playing the new Guild Wars 2 story update, and that's a game I used to play a lot, and he was kind of lamenting at the fact that every fight in the game is an absolute joke now, because the developers have catered to the means so much that you're in this fight where it's supposed to be these epic stakes, and the deads can't do anything to threaten you, and it becomes there's no friction. You're just like killing monsters, another wave of monsters, another wave of monsters. You have a boss fight. They have big cool abilities, and they do like no damage. And I know I'm exaggerating at this point, right? But that's almost what. It's almost like a glimpse of kind of what they're almost talking about, where they're like, oh, well, people feel bad that their build can't easily kill the top tier content, the aspirational content. So we have to make the aspirational content, we have to bring it down. I don't know if I cleared, like, I know you said you 7 out of 7 to Ubers, like your first time. Good for you, man. I've never 7 out of 7 Ubers in Path of Exile 1. I've killed like maybe 8 or 9 across like all the leagues that I went through the Ubers, and I don't know, I'm fine with that. I'm like, I get that I'm not top player, my build's not going to be the top. Cool, I'm glad for the people that can do it and make builds that trivialize it. But I guess a lot of people just have that FOMO. They have that, like, if I can't do it, then other people shouldn't be able to do it. And I hate that attitude in our society.
And I think it is something that is happening especially with PoE 2, because as a new player coming to PoE 1, although I have been killing all the overs in all the seasons, now they are 10 out of 10, right? At the same time, when I started playing, at least the perception that I had that the community was projecting to me was Ubers are aspirational content. You don't need to kill the Ubers. You do it if you want to keep farming, if you want to keep pushing, if you want to take your character to all the levels. But you can consider that you completed the game if you do like the Atlas, right? You can consider that you completed the game if you do the Atlas, if you do the challenges.
Yeah.
That, by the way, the challenges for PoE2 are also a joke.
They are.
I am happy they are here, but they are too easy. Yep. Super easy. And again, it is going in that same perspective. They want everybody to do the challenges, right? They want everybody that is actively playing the game to complete the challenge. So in PoE1, you don't feel the need that you have to do the Ubers. In PoE2, there is a culture more of, I don't know why, that you have to do it everything, right? So if they make that barrier more clear, that I don't know how you would do it, to be honest, that you don't need to do the Ubers, it could help them. But what Mark said is totally true, because it also helps with balance. If you can make your own build and clear the content, you feel that you have many options. But if you do your own build and you don't do the Ubers, your build sucks. Now there is a tier list. Now there is a meta game. Can your build do Ubers? It can. Your build sucks. You know, it also helps in that perspective. So it is not easy to solve. Obviously, I hope for aspiration one day. Delph, GG, Delph. You go deep into the Delph and it gets harder and it gets harder. Please, come on, man.
I watched Dendi kill Count Geonor today. He's, if anybody doesn't know, the Dota 2 professional player, formerly of Navi, winner of TI1, TI2 Grand Finals, TI3 Grand Finals. He is playing Path of Exile 2 for the first time, and I went to his stream and I watched the highlight of him killing Count Geonor. It is so beautiful to see someone honestly engage with that fight and need to interact with all, like, it's so well designed. And it just made me think, and that's why I'm like lingering on this topic for longer than I expected. I swear, if I get to endgame and I do what I did to Atziri, and I kill her in literally phase 1, 2 seconds, phase 2, 2.5 seconds, and there's this epic atmosphere, and I know that there's all these cool moves, and she has special voice line, and I like, to experience it, I have to be like, let me equip this magic talisman. Let me like just walk around, hop around, but like, I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird topic. I guess I have elitist opinions on it. I feel like
I do think that is potentially a problem, because this new angel or whatever, arbiter of justice, arbiter of what is called?
Arbiter of divinity.
Divinity, okay.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be the new pinnacle, and I think it only has one difficulty. I think it won't be that hard, because it is also supposed to help you complete the Atlas. Yeah. And you are supposed to complete the Atlas. So it shouldn't be that hard, right? So I don't think you are going to destroy it like we destroyed that city, to be honest. But I also don't think, I think it will be comparable to what normal arbiter was.
Yeah.
I think it is going to be, or maybe a little bit harder. I think it is going to be something like that.
We'll have to see. I
was going to say something and I really forgot. Okay.
I'll stall. We'll have to see on launch
What
weekend.
were you talking about? What did you say before we talk about the I talk about the divinity guy?
Essentially that it's beautiful to actually experience the boss fight kinda as designed, where you have to engage honestly.
Count Geonor, dude. If you are a person, right, and I put you to play the Count Geonor fight for the first time, and you don't fall in love with the game, I don't trust your judgment in taste for things. Because that is awesome, right? You are fighting this dude, he's in the arena, he's talking to you, doing the thing, the fight. The first time you do it, you don't know the mechanics, you don't know how to play the game. So it is a long fight. You are fighting this dude for 3, 4, 5 minutes, I don't know. Out of nowhere, this dude transforms into a big wolf, brings in the fog, and starts doing a slam poetry on your ass. Okay. And you have to time your roll to the poetry.
So good.
Come on, man. That is cinema. Cinema right there.
So
good. I don't know. And at the end, you manipulative whore. Like, I don't know what to tell you anymore, man. If you don't like the game right there, you don't know what you're talking about gaming.
You manipulative whore! After all I've done for you! Oh, it's so good. I mean, dude. See, yeah, like on League Start, I look forward to that. And it's also one of the reasons I like doing the Act 1 races, because I like the Geonor fight. And in the Act 1 race, when you're kind of skipping a lot of stuff and you're under-leveled and you don't have backscape, that's a fight now. All the other, I think, Act 1 boss fights, I didn't die to any of them. You get to Geonor in this speed race, and I raced against my brother. I died 3 times to him. You're dying if you do not play properly. You have to pay attention to everything. If you're not a super skilled gamer like myself, I'm not skilled. You're constantly dying or getting low. It's just such a fun experience, which, again, I'm hoping I get more of this now that I'm limiting myself, not being able to trade. So maybe I'm gonna you're gonna see me spend an hour fighting the Arbiter of Divinity in 0.5.
I remember, now that we are reminiscing on the bosses in Act 1, I remember 1.0, and you don't remember people saying that the campaign was too hard, the game is too hard. Do you remember that?
Oh, I remember seeing prominent PoE 1 creators get hard stuck in 0.1 and 0.2, and I was having a blast, Yeah.
A lot of people, because you said Geonor was like the first boss that actually kills people, and before you kill the bosses, there a lot of people, when I was watching streamers, a lot of people died to Draven as well. Draven with Asinia. A lot of people died a lot to Draven, man. That was a world boss. And I think, I don't know if the campaign is actually easier, the game is easier with tuning. I think it is. But it was also a symptom that the game was, you didn't know what to do, right? Yeah. Now you know what to do. Now the game is easier.
Oh, yeah. It's everything.
So what I am trying to say is not that it is bad that now it is easier, but so that we are aware of the overreactions that we take to new things. Because at that moment, maybe it is the same campaign, and just because of knowledge, we thought it was too hard, or some people thought it was too hard. I didn't. I thought that it was awesome. Some people thought it was too hard, right?
Yeah.
That can and will happen with new content. We have a fierce reaction that sometimes it is just we don't know enough about this yet, and eventually it will make sense.
Yeah.
As in the campain.
Well,
and I think it will keep happening every single league.
Well, Jez, honestly, I hope I get pounded into the ground by some of these new pinnacles. Because they look ridiculous, dude. The Bodak, the Tang Mazu fights, the spider, all of them cinematically look sick. So I do hope there's some severe pushback, and I'm grinding my head against, because I have infinite attempts now. So I'm just bashing my head, learning the fights, sitting there. I hope it'll be great. I'm very excited.
Dude, I've been wanting to fight Tang Mazu or however he's called for a while, because he's an asshole. He's trying to gaslight us, and you cannot fight him in PoE 1 or PoE 2. He's just standing there. Why cannot I fight you? No, he's sending other dudes to me. No, let's fight. And we are finally going to fight this bitch.
100%. Look, yeah. I'm gonna go. Are you gonna go blind? Do you like going blind into bosses? Not watching any streamers?
Yes,
kill them?
I always go blind. I have
way.
never seen mechanics for a boss.
That is the way, man.
Well, I did for the Ubers PoE 1. I went blind. I died 10,000 times. Dude, how do you actually beat these dudes? Right? So, mechanics of the Uber bosses in PoE 1. I did that, but after I already had failed several times.
Yeah. No, the Ubers in PoE 1 totally fair to look at, how to do those, because some of them are just absurd. Totally absurd.
But in PoE 2, no, I have not done it in PoE.
Yeah, that's the way, man. That's the way. It's going to be awesome. So I wanted to get your updated take on the item rarity situation, because this patch, there were actually some nerfs to party play, but the mechanic has not really changed at all. So, and last time we spoke, not a fan of item rarity. I surmised. I don't know why I would think that. Maybe there were a couple reasons, but I wanted to hear if your opinion has changed between 0.4 and 0.5.
My opinion has not changed.
Ooh.
I am still entrenched in my hate towards rarity. But I am getting mixed signals, right, from GGG, because in the interview, CGD asked, right, and they gave a 2-minute answer. that did not satisfy me at all. In fact, I felt that they were kind of dodging the question. I made a 20-something or 30-minute video just ranting about that 2-minute clip of them answering that question. But I am not going to rant for 20 minutes about it, but I will give the long story short. I am still happy because Jonathan still reiterated twice or thrice that they are going to do something about rarity. It is still in the plans. They are not discarding the possibility. They are not saying they are not going to do anything about it. But that they think that some of the changes that they are implementing in this league help with the rarity problem. One of the examples he gave was, well, now you can farm different things and that should help with rarity. To me, what? It doesn't make any sense. Because while you are farming different things, rarity is affecting everything that you do. It is true that rarity and mechanics exist in a spectrum, meaning there are mechanics that benefit more from rarity and there are mechanics that benefit less from rarity. For example, yes, if you are doing something in the Genesis tree, rarity doesn't matter there. You are doing the crafting with Genesis tree. True, Jonathan, true. But to do the Genesis tree, you need the wound gifts and you need the high blood. To get that, you need to farm monsters. While you are farming those monsters, having rarity matters. Every time you are killing a monster in the game, having rarity matters. So until you remove rarity, it doesn't matter. Every time that I am killing a monster, it matters, and it is dog shit that it exists. It wouldn't be a problem because I have seen people say that I am crazy, that rarity is not a problem because you get the same rewards in the whole spectrum. If I got and when I say in the whole spectrum, meaning that if you have 100 rarity, 0 rarity, or minus 100 rarity, in all cases, you are getting the same amount of loot, which is technically true in quantity of loot, but it is not true in quality of loot. So I wouldn't have a problem with rarity if it was true that across the whole spectrum, I get the same loot because I would be happy at 0 rarity, right? I don't care about rarity. I am always playing at 0 rarity. So if I don't get the same loot, okay, I am happy. The problem is that me at 0 rarity, I get transmute orbs, augmentation orbs, a bunch of blue and red items that all are dog shit. Yes, I get a bunch of them, but it doesn't have the same quality of value, of currency that a dude that is going negative rarity and is getting 10 divine bases, or a dude that is going full currency and is getting a bunch of divines. Me in the middle, I am getting a bunch of worthless items, making it so that going or positive or negative rarity is better. And that is a problem. I don't want to put rarity in my gear, and that is the other run that I have.
Yeah, I'm like you. I just don't even put rarity on my gear. I think what you said at the end there, is there the middle ground, you know, because I played last league and I got a decent chunk of exceptional item bases that I could sell for a lot of div, and I got some div nowhere near as usual. But like my brother, he's Giga Farmer and he will die on the rarity hill now, and he's trying to convince me of this. I'm still in the middle, but he is the negative rarity strat. Yeah, he's okay, like, he likes the whole, all right, I invest in a negative rarity, and some people are going for the max rarity for the unique item drops and the divines, but I can do the white base farming in certain areas, and he kind of likes that, which I do understand. And then if you're middle of the road, you can, instead of doing the thing that will maximize monsters in map cleared for per minute or whatever, which I literally don't even play this way, but it's fun to talk about, I think. Like ritual doesn't give a crap about rarity, right? So if you're just doing ritual, you're farming unique items, the omens, and the like boss key essentially to maybe get the unique items, and that doesn't matter about rarity. I just wonder if there's just a balance to find, because I almost feel like I agree with you. I think they're almost like walking back. I know that you said the Trice promise of, yeah, we're going to remove rarity.
They are walking it back a little bit. They are trying to like, well, we don't know. Let's see what happens. And that is what pissed me off. That is why I have mixed feelings about it.
Yep.
And with ritual, yes, in the ritual box, rarity doesn't matter. But before ritual, you have to kill monsters. You have to do the map where there are the three things, or the 4 things. If you have that node, you are still killing monsters. Rarity helps you then. Like, rarity is just good when you are not doing that thing. So that is why there is a spectrum. Okay, it benefits more or less, but it still benefits somehow a little bit.
Yeah.
If you can, the people that go efficient mode, if you can squish that extra 5%, they are going to squish.
Yeah. I think it's going to rage. The debate is going to rage past 1.0. I don't think they'll come to a decision going into that patch. I think it'll still be on the table. They'll still be deliberating what exactly to do with it, but we'll have to see in 1.0. I thought that would be a fun way to close out the pod. We know 1.0 is coming now, right? They've confirmed it. I think people will like the new end game. I think they're going to launch into 1.0 after a series of balance changes leading up to it. What do you expect for 1.0 in December, and what are you most excited for, assuming we don't have another pod between now and then?
We will for sure, right? Try.
Yes.
I think it will. I think it will be massive. I am confident that it will be great. Just there are two things that I know for sure will be there, and that is enough to make people hype. And it is the finish of the campaign and the swords, right? The duelists. That is 100% going to be there. I have no doubt that the duelist is going to be in 1.0. So that is on the game being free to play and getting a huge flux of players, right? Please don't cook the servers. Make preparations for the servers. And I think it will be awesome. I am confident. Since I started playing Path of Exile with PoE2, GE has done nothing but impress me. Yes, I can complain about rarity or this or that, but those are like little things inside of an that is great, that is awesome, that is insane. So I am confident that they will do a good job and we will be happy 100%. And the new players are going to be happy as well.
Yeah. See, Jazz, campaign confirmed. I still am not on the duelist confirmed train. You think confirmed?
There is no way in hell, man. After what happened this time, they know they have to release the swords. They said, dude, did you see how people are going crazy with the swords? And we put the katana in the thing, in the bridge, and we didn't give them the swords. And they are cooking us or whatever. 100%. 6 months.
All right, we'll see.
They can do it.
We'll see.
They can do it 100%.
All right, you just mentioned something that I thought would be important to do. So should do you want to say like a prayer for the servers come Friday? Because I do think free-to-play weekend, huge endgame revamp, you know, all this marketing. They're releasing a video a day. They're getting millions of views on YouTube. I don't know, man. Like, it might not be good on Friday.
It is going to be insane. Please, God, allow the servers to function properly and to not get cooked so that we have a proper league launch and new players have a great time.
Amen. Go. Amen. Let's go. Excellent end of the pod. Jazzarus, thank you so much for hopping on. If you have not followed Jazzarus on Twitch, on YouTube, everything will be below, and I'll do a shout out right now in Twitch chat. Jazz, thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for inviting me. It is always awesome to be here. You are awesome. I love the positivity, the vibes. You are a cool dude, no matter what the haters say in the internet. Great base family man right here. So, yes, man. Thank you for inviting me. I am honestly very grateful because since we had the very first podcast, you have been inviting me back every single time that there is a new release. And I am grateful. It is awesome. Always happy to be here. And yes, every time you invite me, I am here, brother. Thank you so much for everything.
100%, Jazz. It's always so much fun. That's why I keep inviting you back. It's always such an awesome conversation, and I think we have some pretty interesting takes. So, you know, like me not knowing what the heck is behind you, me not watching Sons of Anarchy, you know, all that stuff just comes out. All that stuff just comes out. So. All right, man. Well, I am going to go. Are you streaming right now, Jazz?
I am streaming.
I didn't know you were streaming. I would have done the Twitch share. Crap. Okay. Well, are you going to...
I will give something to the people before we go away. I will give something to the people.
Okay. Your mic cut out, Jazz. It's the note. Your mic cut
There you go. There you go.
Oh, thanks, man. Are you going to stream for a little longer?
Let me see the time because I have I will stream for 20 more minutes. So if you were planning on raiding,
I'm gonna go look at the new patch notes, but I really appreciate chatting with you, brother.
Hey, dude, thank you so much. I hope you have a great league launch and you enjoy the solo self-found. I am sorry about if it is going to be hard, but I know you are going to have a great time. And hey, there is no, how do you say this? What is the word that I'm looking for? There is no problem if 2 days after the launch you are not feeling it and you swap.
100%.
There is
100%.
no.
But I'm not. I'm gonna go through it just like you're gonna totally make your Amazon poison wolf work. You're gonna get that Val cultivation orb, dude. You're gonna do it, and it's gonna be glorious. Lots of gambling required.
Thank you, nice. Good night, Chad, and everyone. Thank you so much for the love.
All right, see you again, Jazz. Bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. You guys enjoy it? W Pod? Isn't Jazzarus always such a pleasure? Such a pleasure. Always. / shout out Jazzarus _ There you go. And that is his wheel spin. That was wonderful. If you guys are on YouTube, make sure to give the video a like. Make sure you go check out Jazzarus on YouTube as well. Give him a follow on Twitch too. New patch notes? Guys, new patch notes? Really? Really? No way. Who got nerfed? Was this Connor's doing? I don't know if people saw the milk video from Connor, but that was absolutely hilarious. Let's take a look. Cock got nerfed. Let's see. Let's look. Oh, let's see if I understand what gets nerfed, guys, with no context. Uh-oh. The Ancestral Bond Keystone passive now has your totem limit is doubled. No charge requirement for placing totems. Totems reserve 75 spirit each. Isn't that what it was before? What? Isn't that... No charge... Oh, they had no cost before, right? Or it's not going to say it. They had no cost, right? Ah, they cost mana now. By the way, I saw somebody give me their Prime. Cads Lucas, thanks for the Prime, brother. I appreciate it. Okay, so now it has a cost. Okay. Okay, no, I got it now. Okay. Ooh. New patch notes. Blood Mage, the Sanguine Tide's notable ascendancy passive now grants gain 1 life, flash charge per 2% life spent. Is this Connor snitching on the infinite life flask tech? That's what this is? Oh, this was no limit. Oh, totem limit was also no limit as well. Okay. All right, so now you can't get Cock Comet with before just spamming 1 the entire time. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, so that one, Cock Comet, kind of changed. Connor literally got them. That video was incredible. I laughed out loud when he like chugged the milk and was literally snitching on other people's starters. It's so funny, guys. The additional chest level mod on strong boxes is now +1 from +1 to. What the what? Okay, that's weird. Where can you find the patch notes? Right here, brother. Patch notes are right there. Let me get chat up right here. There are patch notes. Okay. Prefix mods on strong boxes that use skills such as Cast Chaos Barrages now additionally have 10 to 20% more rarity of contained items. That's nice. That's nice because those things are annoying as all heck. Okay. Added 2 new prefix mods to strong boxes. 40 to 60% increased rarity of items dropped from strongbox monsters and 40 to 60% more rarity of contained items. 15 to 30% increased effectiveness of strongbox monsters and 20 to 30% more quantity of contained items. Okay. Oh my gosh, you were going to get uniques. Oh, these butts. What? You no longer get ritual altar rewards after defeating the King of Mist in Act 1 for Aethorn. Dude, we could have got face breakers from Act 1. Oh no, they probably watched one too many videos of people wondering about that, and they decided to just remove it. They probably couldn't like specially coded or anything. Oh, that's funny. Oh, dude, I wonder if Elder Maddox will give me face breakers. Okay, here's something that I probably don't understand. Eye of Winter now describes. Yeah, there's new patch notes. They nerfed totems and Cock Comet. Okay, Eye of Winter now describes the number of shard projectiles it fires per second while in flight, and this number can now be modified by adding additional projectiles. Okay, Eye of Winter buff. Okay. Those rewards were always a meme, though. No, Rehab RS, people thought they might be unique items. Because now rituals have uniques. People thought you could get uniques in Act 1. Fixed a bug that caused the minion damage bonus against non-unique enemies introduced in 0.3 to function incorrectly. Depending on specific circumstances, this will result in very little change to early minion damage. Approximately... What? Minions buffed again? Approximately 25 to 30% more? More? That's the good one, guys. More. Late game minion damage against non-uniques, and approximately 20 to 25% more late game minion damage against unique enemies. Gazzy is... I'm just gonna send it to Gazzy right now. Wow. Where does it say they have a cost? I thought the original patch note for Ancestral Bond said they now have no cost. So if the original patch note... Yeah. The original patch note, didn't it say they have no cost? Yeah, minions didn't struggle for damage. Now they have giga damage. Didn't the original say these have no cost? And now they don't say that. I thought they have no like mana cost. I remember Palstron. I'm looking at the original. No, but they update it, right? They update it. They update the patch notes, guys. They remove the old patch notes, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they remove the old patch notes, you guys. Like, the old patch notes are not there. This is the line. Yeah. The old patch notes are not. I'm pretty sure I remember. I mean, I have the patch notes copy pasted. One sec. I'll just pull them up. Sorry, guys. Sorry for coughing. Oh, I had phlegm. Yikes. Most ambitious league start. No. Okay, Path of Exile 2 just dropped major new info. No. Where's the patch note video? This one right here. Where is it? I have them copy pasted. There it is. Right there. There's the original patch note. I knew I wasn't crazy. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. The Ancestral Bond Keystone passive skill now causes placing totems to have no cost and not require consuming charges to place. Boom. That's the old note. I'll paste it in chat just in case people don't believe me. So it looks like it might be a little vague. How was cock nerfed? Just a specific variation of cock. I saw on Connor's video, he was talking about an interaction where you can spam healing from your potion with this node to effectively have the same recovery of life as last patch, as long as you're constantly pressing your life flask button. So those builds that relied on life leech to constantly cast like Spark and Comet will no longer function, essentially. I think it's this right here, right? Last do not recover life. The Chinese build? Yeah, I think like someone from China created it, maybe. Yeah, I think I explained that right, Hades Guardian, but I'm really this patch really trying to become someone who can actually speak effectively on mechanical changes. and just builds and stuff. So people rip me apart if I am not explaining it accurately. This is like my, if you have a performance review with your boss. Well, I had a performance review with myself, and I was like, one thing that you are absolute ass at is effectively communicating mechanical stuff in Path of Exile 2. So I am intentionally trying to be better communicating at it. Connor referred to it as the Chinese build. I'm sad about the King of the Mist change in Wraithorn. Me too. Still no Twister nerf. I don't think they're nerfing Twisters because it requires you to position yourself. Yeah, like, here, guys. Guy that dies. Excuse me. Guy that dies PoE 2. Here we go. Like, everybody's saying they're gonna, like, Guy that dies, he makes amazing content, by the way. You should go subscribe to him. But everybody, including my dad, watches this guy's video and thinks they're going to be able to play like him. And they're going to be able to destroy stuff like him without any practice. I think it's going to be the rudest awakening of all time when people get into this build and they realize, one, in Act 1, it's many different buttons. Okay, if you want to be as fast, it's going to be a struggle, and people quit quick, right? Okay, and two, once you get going, you need to press multiple buttons, and like I think it's 2 or 3 buttons once you get it going. But the key is positioning. With bosses, you have to position yourself accurately. When you're clearing mobs, you have to position yourself accurately. You got to pay attention to where you're standing. And a lot of people just like to click and forget. I'm just going to be real. Like my dad, he likes to click and forget. My dad is starting Twisters. He will not listen to me. He's watching Guy That Dies, and he's like, I can do that. And I'm like, Dad, you cannot do that. This is the best player in the world. He's made some great guides. His videos are well edited. He explains things well, but you are not him. And he doesn't listen to me. So it's a bit of a skill check. Oh yeah, the damage is crazy. But I'm guessing they're not nerfing it because there's like all the different things interacting. It's so funny seeing people who are literally at the very beginning of the VOD on YouTube talking about me drinking this body armor and saying the doctor said we need to drink it. Oh, ye have little faith in your dad. My dad's playing League Launch. My brother is going to stream League Launch in cat ears. Oh my gosh, I have to get the cat ears. For those of you who don't know, I beat my brother in a race. Okay. And he has to wear cat ears as a result. Guys, we need to pick out the cat ears. And they need to arrive by tomorrow. Okay, we got some here. All right. All right. We're going to do a vote. Option 1. I mean, I think I'm just going to get this. I'm not even going to put it to a vote. These arrive tomorrow. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to get these guys. He's going to wear these ears. He's going to do it. He shouldn't have lost to me in that race. My brother was on hotspot internet and he should have beat me. You are so right. He literally should have kicked my butt. My brother was locked in. His best campaign, Act 1 time before that, was an hour 10. I'm playing Monk Woot Dragon, yeah. I rolled a wheel. Your male guys are going to wonder what the heck is happening to that house. I mean, very true. My brother's also coming over tomorrow. I think we might do an in-person podcast tomorrow. I have a couch right here. We can sit on the couch with our legs up, like this, right? Our knees like this, You had to teach a class, you missed the pod. I'm going to upload it immediately after you guys. Don't worry. As long as I'm not sick, my brother's going to be coming over. But yeah, hopefully I don't get worse. That would suck. He deserves it after those deaths. I mean, it wasn't even the deaths that got him at the end of the day. It was the lack of upgrading his items He had a medium life flask and a magic talisman. I mean, bro, do the league mechanic that gives you an orb of alchemy or a regal, and you'll be set. Did you stream when you play Guild Wars 2? I still play Guild Wars 2 with my wife, but I've never streamed it before. You played Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 2 for years? I did too. I still play it up to this day a little bit, but it's like so boring because there's no challenge in it. The only challenging stuff is the raids, and I can't like do a raid schedule. And even those aren't that hard. The best fight in the game, in my opinion, was Launch, Gorseval, and Sabbatha, maybe Mathel as well, or Matthias. And then Giganticus Lupicus was amazing on launch as well. Guild Wars 2 better than WoW retail? I've never played WoW, so I can't really judge. But I loved Guild Wars 2 PvP. Yeah, I was top 50 in NA, Guild Wars 2 PvP. Yep. Matthias, not Mathel. Mathel is the PoE guy. Yeah, Sab was amazing on launch. It's a good thing for meta Andes to play combo game style for once. My brother, I think we're going to see some crash outs about Twister on launch day. Oh, I didn't watch this video. Let's watch this video, guys, really quick. Heart of Thorns launch was amazing, but you know what happened, Opossum Brothel? The community whined so much because there was friction, and ArenaNet gave in to everything. Gave in to absolutely everything. Like they kill. I feel like they killed that game when they gave up to the whining of the community. No, they didn't nerf Twisters. What's my favorite Bible verse try? That's a great question, dude. I am halfway through Exodus right now. I have not read the majority of the Bible. I don't think I have a favorite one right now, and I don't have any really memorized right now, Vitriol, so I don't want to lie to you. I really connect with a lot of the verses talking about people hating on Jesus.
Skipan.
Thanks for the sub, Hades Guardian. Appreciate the T1, brother. A lot of those are really deep and fascinating to see all the modern day reflections and just the reflections all throughout history of people hating individuals for specific reasons, and just how they just have not changed throughout the course of human history, and how like blind hate. It's so fascinating. Who would hate Jesus though? Quite a few people, brother. Where have I heard that? Looks at Pee-wee 1 and 2. I am not the PoE Jesus, no. But I do want, like, those are like empowering. They really are. Like, they give me some faith that like millions of people have gone through things that I've gone through before in the past, and they've they've overcome them and shit. I sounds stupid. I'm gonna stop talking about that. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about on the bosses, guys. I mean, do you guys think I'm crazy on that whole topic? Like, we probably have a pretty wide variety of gamers in here. Are any of you guys people who just play the campaign and are good with that? Like, do you... I don't know if there's anybody in here, but do you generally get upset, like, if you cannot clear the uber bosses in the game? Like, do you feel like you have to play a build that is capable of doing that, even if that's not your goal? Because I think that's what they're kind of saying. I think the best argument for that is the balance aspect, that it's better to balance the game now without uber bosses in play because the game is so imbalanced. But again, I don't know if the game will ever become balanced. It's an ARPG. They can't even balance PoE 1. I started with Genesis, yeah. People have told me to not. Well, my reading started, yes, with Genesis, but I was in a Bible study and we read Judges. So Judges was the first whole book of the Bible I read. $3,000 on PoE will never be Ubers. I usually hit min maps and have to go life. I am slow. I do get upset with not being able to kill some Ubers. You get upset. You want them to be a challenge. I get bored once I start farming max. Can't wait till Friday. I'm running with my level 95 blood mage. Dude, I can't wait till Friday either. Just 1.5 more work days. They're correct, though. People already call builds trash if they can't kill a boss under 10 seconds. Right, big guys, they do. That's the whole thing. Like, people already play builds that are trash in the eyes of who? Like, just, I don't know. Am I in the top? Are we in the top 5%? Like, do you go? Like, what is wrong with people that they go and they call other people's builds trash because they can't? Like, I just am so, I don't know. I just can't fathom being a jerk to someone over a video game or just a jerk to someone in general. The closest I've come to being a jerk to people is when I get frustrated with them at work because they're actively doing something that hinders my company or my ability to do work. Young Y Doc with the most base take of all. He is 100% correct. Just play what's fun for you. It's a video game after all. 100%. What's going on, brother? I saw you interviewed Blaze on his pod. That's pretty hilarious. I love that idea. In the eyes of the top and 5 top streamers, they are trash. So it's trash. Yeah. I'm not taking the bait, Zenolo. I'm in the know of what just happened yesterday. I'm not taking the bait. It's not happening. What am I starting with? I'm going to go Martial Artist, Falling Thunder, Siphoning Strike. I might transition into Ice Strike, or into Bells, like building up combo. But I want to try Falling Thunder. It's a little bit more combo oriented because you have to, shock the enemy, or you eventually get to that, but you're like using Wing Blast, then Devour to get power charges, and then Falling Thunder. No, it's not weird to take Friday and Monday off for PoE. I don't think it is. Is it Olo? If I could, I would, but I can't. It was all Blaze. You just got the invite. I think if you killed Uber Arbiter, you're probably a top % player. I think people involved in the community seriously overestimate what an average player looks like. I do that, there, Winator. I do. What happened yesterday? No. There was just some creator drama yesterday that I don't want to touch. I did take Friday, Monday off. Yeah, I took a half day Friday, so I'm just literally gonna hop from work onto stream and into PoE. 4 hours of stalling. Okay, what is this? What is this video, guys? You guys, it's a quality of life video?
Jonathan Rogers, game director on Path of Exile 2. We've added a ton of new quality.
Okay, the Atlas looks higher quality. Also, are there less nodes or am I crazy? I like that there are less nodes.
Quality of life features in Return of the Ancients. Here's a couple you'll find useful in the endgame. The Atlas now has a search box that updates live as you type. If you have a specific...
It's so good. See, if it was just this little highlight, it would be utter trash. But because the contrast is so high, oh, perfect. Absolutely love it.
Map you'd like to run, just key in the name of it and you'll be able to locate it instantly. Hitting enter will move you from map to map, allowing you to easily move between them.
Wow.
This works on more than just map names. You can find biomes, powerful bosses, or even specific mods. Really anything about a map you can think of. And this can come in handy if you get specific...
Oh, is this an ancient modifier? Oh no. Oh no, we got a bot. We got a bot in YouTube chat. Okay, maybe I don't need to ban him. What an interesting bot. Oh, he's talking about servers. I'm such an idiot. Oh my gosh. I thought he was like randomly talking about invading. Okay, so that's an ancient modifier. Headhunters. When players kill a rare monster, they will gain one of its mods for 20 seconds. Ooh.
Tablets that you want to use with specific mechanics. So for example, if you get a tablet
chill
that
out,
adds
Alec. Chill out. Let's chill out, brother.
Extra essence encounters, you might want to run it with a map that boosts essences. By typing essence in the search box, you can find maps that will affect them. Like this map, which causes essence packs to have 2 rares in them.
It's cool.
Now that we have trade market search built into the game client, we've also added the ability to price check items you find more easily. Shift-Alt-clicking
I like giving people second chances.
an item will now instantly search for it on the trade market.
I can't even believe this. This is insanity, and I'm going to SSF this league. Are you guys pumped about this?
Now that we have trade market
Are you
search built
all
into
you
the
trade
game client,
people?
we've also added the ability to price check items you find more easily. Shift-Alt clicking an item will now instantly search for it on the trade market, showing you the current prices. For rare items, it's handy to exclude some mods, so we've added the ability to enable and disable each modifier individually.
Oh, look at that! Look at that! You can just check, but made a mistake.
Letting you see
I've committed to it publicly, and I ain't no wuss.
exactly how each one affects the item's price. And that's not all. The Fragment Stash tab is finally coming.
This trade feature works on console, but Build Planner does not work on console, I believe.
Coming to Path of Exile 2, and with it comes some serious tabception. This tab is a dead.
Why am I going SSF? I want to challenge myself, Cascade. I'm really learning the game. I'm trying to improve my mechanical and game knowledge. Give myself a true challenge. Kind of extend my play window. Probably going to stream SSF and then swap to trade character when offline. I mean, no, I probably won't do that. I swore they said Build Planner was going to work on consoles too. Yes, in the future, but right now it does not work. Nico USA. They released an update about that. I think Kelly did. I think Kelly said it was. The price checker and revamp of the trade UI. Oh my gosh, guys, news! No! Yeah, Build Planner arrives later. Guys, we just got news. We just got the Kalguuran gems. Oh! What 21 seconds ago is crazy.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Rogers.
Oh, we actually got some like new news. Guys, I never cover it live. I always am asleep. I'm at work or I'm asleep. Oh my gosh. My streams start way later. Okay. We got some actual news. Path of Exile 2 Return of the Ancients. Explore new Kalguuran Skills. Okay, it's 2 minutes, 38 seconds. Let's do a watch through and then a pause through for people who want to go to bed, okay? All right, here we go. Watch through for you, Dats Loco, so you can go to bed after. 3, 2, 1.
Game director on Path of Exile 2. The Runes of Aldo League contains remnant encounters that can grant you a huge variety of rewards. Among these are Kalguuran Skills, fusions of Kalguuran rune shapes and Rayclast magic that are powered by your runic ward instead of mana. They also don't have attribute requirements, meaning they can be used with any class. You'll need to plan your ward costs around them, but with the right armor, and maybe a rune or two, you can augment your character with runic might, or even make a build dedicated to these new skills. Raise chilling volatile orbs with Bitter Dead.
I'm sorry. Can we go? What the?
You'll need to plan your ward costs around them, but with the right armor, and maybe a rune or two, you can augment your character with runic might, or even make a build dedicated to these new skills. Raise chilling.
I mean, it looks so cool, but like, okay, I'll stop pausing. Okay, well.
Volatile orbs with Bitter Dead, which spends ward to create chilling cores to seek out your enemies and explode them, also dealing damage and leaving behind a rune that deals cold damage over time. Exploding the corpses of enemies after they're dead might feel a little ancient. Instead, detonate your foes while they're still alive, causing enemies hit with detonate living that are under the cull threshold to immediately explode. Conductive Runes spends ward to create a number of runes in front of you. After arming, these hazardous runes will explode when stepped on by an enemy, dealing lightning attack damage and causing electrocution buildup. This skill excels in getting you out of your current predicament, incapacitating pursuers or getting you out of a tight corner.
They're mines!
Runeforged Blades spends ward to make supported skills fire projectiles after fully armor breaking an enemy. Investing into projectile modifiers like Pierce or Chain will boost it even further. Eternal March taps into your reserves of runic ward to instantly restore your dead minions to life. Use it as a panic button when a boss crushes your army into dust.
What?
Or even provide more fuel for minion explosions. Just be careful, as spending this much ward will leave you vulnerable. If you want to cosplay a turtle without holding a pesky shield, Runic Reprieve has you covered, literally. This channeled spell behaves quite similarly to raising your shield, blocking all hits you take. It even protects your back. However, every time you're hit, your ward depletes, and you can't recover it while channeling. Additionally, every hit causes heavy stun buildup on you, just like raising your shield. Sometimes what's buried in the past can still hurt you. Fragments of the Past creates a Verisium volcano, which spews ice fragments around you for a duration. This is an excellent way to augment your ice fragment builds, complementing your Wolf's Cross Slash or a Freezing Salvo ice build, as well as others. Try out these Kalguuran gems and more on May 29th in the Return of the Ancients launch.
Oh my.
Thanks for watching, and see you then.
Okay, I'm starting Monk Martial Artist. Okay. These are all sick. And they all revolve around Runic Ward. This is the Jonathan Wolf build. Yeah, guys. He was trying to make this work desperately. Okay. Okay, Repulsion is so cool.
Instead of mana. They also don't have attribute requirements,
Bitter
meaning they
Dead.
can be used with any class.
No new builds, by the way, guys.
You'll need to plan your ward costs around them, but with the right armor, and maybe a rune or two, you can augment your character with Runic Might, or even make a build dedicated to these new skills. Raise chilling volatile orbs with Bitter Dead, which spends ward to create chilling cores to seek out your enemies and explode them.
That's cool.
Exploding
All
the
these
corpses
are
of
cool.
enemies after they're dead might feel a
This
little
is...
ancient.
Look at this.
Instead, detonate your foes while they're still alive, causing enemies hit with Detonate Living that are under the
I want this. Detonate Living. Hitting an enemy under the call threshold causes them to violently explode, damaging surrounding enemies. Highlights enemies under call threshold. Deal 30 to... Okay, what's the explosion
Cull
do?
threshold to immediately explode.
Does it do a percentage of the life?
Conductive Runes spends ward to create a number of runes in front of you.
Wow.
After arming, these hazardous runes will explode when stepped on by an enemy, dealing lightning attack damage and causing electrocution buildup. This skill excels in getting you out of your current predicament, incapacitating pursuers or getting you out of a tight corner.
I love it.
Runeforged Blades spends ward to make supported skills fire projectiles after fully armor breaking an enemy. Investing into projectile modifiers like Pierce or Chain will boost it even further. Eternal March taps into your reserves of...
This one is pretty wild. You can just revive all of your minions.
Runic Ward to instantly restore your dead minions to life.
Dude,
Use it
so
as a
many
panic button when the boss
possibilities.
crushes your army into dust,
How
or
can I
even
use
provide
this on
more
my
fuel
monk?
for minion explosions. Just be careful, as spending this much ward will leave you vulnerable. If you want to cosplay a turtle without...
I love this. Channel to create a protective bubble around you. Blocking hits against you while channeling the skill damage you take from hits is also removed from Runic Ward, and you cannot be light stunned by hits you block. So can I literally just block, like Geonor, if I don't want to have a shield? I could use this to block his beam attack on my monk if I have it slotted in. That would be really nice.
Holding a pesky shield, Runic Reprieve has you covered, literally.
I love the special effects here.
This channeled spell behaves quite similarly to raising your shield, blocking all hits you take.
Look at that, it even blocks the laser.
Literally. This channeled spell behaves quite similarly to raising your shield, blocking all hits you take. It even protects your back. However, every time you're hit, your ward depletes, and you can't recover it while channeling. Additionally, every hit causes heavy stun buildup on you, just like raising your shield. Sometimes what's buried in the past can still hurt you. Fragments of the Past creates a Verisium volcano,
I love the blue
which spews
volcano.
ice fragments around you for a duration. This is an excellent way to augment your ice fragment
It's the ice fragment build from Jonathan.
builds, complementing your Wolf's Cross Slash or a Freezing Salvo ice build, as well as others. Try out these Kalguuran gems
Very cool. My goodness, guys.
and more on May 29th in the Return of the Ancients launch. Thanks for
Okay,
watching, and see you
GGG.
then.
Okay, well, you have cooked officially. This league is going to be insane, and it launches literally in what, just 48 hours, 24 hours? Pretty dang close, guys. This was a great stream. I really appreciate you guys giving Jazz the love, giving me the love, tuning in on this Wednesday night. I'm going to throw you guys on over to a guy that dies. He's doing some twister runs. Go tell him how beautiful his twister runs are, okay, you guys? And I am going to peace out and go to sleep and hope that I am not going to get sick for league launch. Thanks all for watching. I will see you tomorrow for the final night of stalling. All right? I'm hyped. I hope you're hyped too. This has been a good one. I'll chat with y'all later. Bye-bye.